What's it like attending a Magic the Gathering pre-release event? Before we get into details of what you need to know and do to attend pre-release, let's start with just what pre-release is. Pre-release is an event held for every new Magic the Gathering set where all players, new and old, get to try out that brand new set 1 week before its actual release. At pre-release, you are given a pre-release kit, and this kit contains packs of Magic cards from which you will build what is called a sealed constructed deck. If you don't know what a sealed constructed deck is, or you want to get better at building them, you should check out my videos here on here. Tell you everything you'd need to know about building sealed constructed decks for pre-release. So what's in your pre-release kit? Well, let's take a look starting here with this Khans of Tarkir pre-release kit. Pre-release kits contain 5 booster packs and 1 seeded pack. The seeded pack contains a rare Magic card promo, which is foil and in the colors that you chose for that pre-release kit. Depending on the set, you may have selected between the 5 basic mana colors, red, white, blue, black, and green, or from different color combinations. In the case of Khans of Tarkir, enemy wedges, which are 3 color combinations. The seeded booster pack is meant to help you by giving you a selection of cards in your kit's color. This is also one reason some people find seeded booster packs frustrating, because they too heavily influence what colors you will be in. If the seeded booster pack was replaced by just a regular booster pack, the color or colors you would be in would be much more determined by you, the player, making choices and decisions about which cards within your pool of cards you should build from. But with seeded booster packs, you are so heavily influenced to go into your kit colors that it is rare for players to build in a completely different color combination. From this kit alone, with such a powerful rare in Siege Rhino, the kit's Abzan seeded booster is going to heavily, and I mean heavily, force us into black, white, and green. But is there a 4th color that is so strong it would be worth our efforts to include it as well? Or is one of these 3 colors so weak that we should maybe build a primarily 2-color deck with just a splash of mana to give us that 3rd color for our Rhino? You tell me in the comments below what color deck you'd build from this kit if this was your pre-release kit. Alright, I'm going to go quickly through these packs now, but I'll separate them by color and show you our complete pool later in the video. So what do you need to bring to pre-release? Nothing, really. It's perfectly acceptable to show up to pre-release with absolutely nothing other than a desire to spend the next several hours playing Magic the Gathering. Ideally, however, you probably want to bring along some card sleeves to, protect your Magic cards. And a playmat is always a good idea as well. Inside the kits, you'll be given a spin-down die for keeping track of your life total. If you don't like using spin-down dies, a small pad of paper and pencil is the best way to track life totals, so you might choose to bring that instead. And that's it. Besides maybe a sandwich and a bottle of water in your backpack, you don't need anything else to play at pre-release. Your local game store should provide you with whatever basic lands you need for building your 40-card sealed constructed deck, and everything else is inside your pre-release kit. What a lot of players really like about pre-release is the great leveling effect it can have. No one has played with these cards before, and everyone is given the exact same tools. The only factors here are skill and luck. Now, that being said, many players find the sealed format frustrating because of the larger role luck plays. In our kit here, we have such a strong advantage from opening that Siege Rhino over another player who simply opened a worthless, unplayable rare. But pre-release events are not the Pro Tour, and many players try and have a more relaxed and jovial atmosphere. Many new and younger players attend pre-release, along with many older and experienced players, and it is the one event most likely to find the greatest diversity of player skill and experience level. I always advise newer players to make sure they understand the very fundamentals of the game. Pre-release matches do have a time limit, so if you are new, and so new that it takes you a very, very long time to go through the basic phases of your turn, or to respond to your opponent's attackers, things like that, then you really need to practice before pre-release so that you can get more comfortable with just basic gameplay. And I always remind experienced players to remember that not everyone sits up all night memorizing the complete card list for the upcoming set. Many people you will sit across from have not seen these cards before and might need to read what you play or ask questions about new interactions and new mechanics. So be kind, be patient, and remember, again, the pre-release event is not the Pro Tour. Breathe in, breathe out, relax. So let's take a look at our pool. Here's what we have. What would you build if this was your pre-release pool? Which cards do you think are particularly strong and why? Let me know in the comments below, and remember, pre-release is an event this channel finds absolutely worth it to attend, and you can check out my other videos to see why, or some of these for practice decks here and here to help you get ready for pre-release.